Hi YouTube, today I'm going to present to you my concept for this skeleton archer build. It's kinda like skeleton mages just before they've been nerfed, or also reminds a bit of the redemption sentries from Veritania. This is just a concept. The full build guide will probably follow in a couple of weeks. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, dislike it. And now let's hop into the build. So first, a little disclaimer, I'm still dealing with a slight cold, so this might be why my voice cracks up sometimes. But anyway, what happened was I was heisting with my speed heister and I stumbled upon a interesting gem, which is Phantasmal Summon Skeletons. And what this quality does is, instead of summoning usual skeletons or skeleton warriors, it will summon skeleton archers. So skeleton archers are ranged, obviously, and this kinda reminded me of skeleton mages. I was like, how does this work? And I've never played with skeleton archers before. As you can see here, it's skeleton archers. So I was like, hey, let's try this out. And this is exactly what I did once I've reached level 10. So I've popped it in, and you can see it's let's skip a bit. You can see it's kind of cool having these archers here. And yeah, I was like, well, let's see, is the damage good? Are they bad? What's going on? And I pretty much quickly figured out that they are, especially since I've played skeleton mages before the nerf for like 3 or 4 leagues, and even the Von Victon build was pretty good. So I even tried out that, and yeah, it was really cool. And this intrigued me. I said I might gonna make a build around it. So I've played around with it a little further, and surprisingly, it's shredding through the campaign like skeleton mages previously did. And yeah, they're a bit slow in comparison, I feel like, but they still have a screen-wide range. So as you can see, we're just walking around. I also used Triad Grip at that point to get full cold conversion, and it kind of reminds me of skeleton mages and of redemption sentries. So what you will see here is me shredding through the Lunaris and Solaris, which well, just take a look at it. Just watch it. You can see the damage. It's just crazy. This was the fight. Like, what the hell? I was surprised as well. So yeah, this is kind of cool. And I said, okay, this has potential. And then I started looking around. Are there any other builds? And I found on Pio Ninja there was just one guy playing Phantasmal Summon Skeletons. And also I used YouTube search, and I only found one build from Asmodeus Clips. But his was a hybrid between Syndicate operatives and skeleton archers. Also, he uses the craziest gear ever, which in that league was well, what everyone had, just because I know that in Heist there was like the Exalted Orb was worth like 5C or 20C or something. That was a crazy league. Anyway, it's still a good build, and but it didn't fit to this tree, since a lot changed since then, right? So I ended up doing Uberlab with level 68 or 69. No, I went in 68 and I came out like level 69 or something. And yeah, this was amazing. Like it's still a rippy build. So don't get me wrong, you will be rippy until you get the proper gear. I think at that point I'm already wearing the Lion Eyes Vision chest. So all our projectile spears, which is really cool. But yeah, considering that... Okay, this is not the last phase. Let's hop to the last phase so you can see that. Considering that they They are quite... I was quite underleveled, and the gem was also quite underleveled at that point. The damage is really, really good. So, yeah, that's about it. So let's pull up the tree. This is what I came up with. This is what I planned. It's not a cheap build, don't get me wrong, but the damage of the skeleton archers is really good, so you can start with a lot less. This is just a concept. Please keep in mind, this is just a concept. I will be working on a full build guide with budget versions and everything. And also I encourage other content creators like Gezi or Gezi TV or Von Victon or whoever wants to make a build of this, to play around with this PvP. Maybe mention my name, that would be nice. But anyway, yeah, play around with it. So I've built in a Glorious Vanity with Shibakwa, so we get Divine Flesh. Since we're using two 12 passive item level 84 clusters, which will give us chaos resistance. I actually happened to just paste in mine from the current spiders, and I still think the spiders in combination with the square are still better. But this build, especially for you skeleton lovers out there, will definitely well, remind you of how good and how nice the skeleton mages were before the nerf. So now that we play skeleton archers, it's still pretty much the same. They have a insane clear. For now, this is the best in slot gear, so you don't have to completely replicate what I've envisioned, because I don't even know if I can manage to get all this. And here we might not use an answered ring, we might use a bone ring instead. But anyway, this is about it. We get to about 30k EHP, which is not a lot. So, but the damage is so high. Once you're at a boss, you simply use signal play and you use sniper's mark. So one curse and one target, and this will cause the minions to, well, instantly, not instantly, but pretty much instantly kill all the bosses. How does this work? We use Divergent Predator. This is, by the way, also what Asmodeus used. So this is probably the best setup. During leveling and until you get your awakened gems, you can use the normal gems, but you might use damage on full life in the campaign and minion speed instead of elemental focus and instead of elemental damage with attacks. This is what I did during the campaign, and they shredded through everything. We will have a lot of jewel sockets, so there are even options for Forbidden Flame, Forbidden Flesh. You can also, if you have a hard time crafting these jewels or getting the chaos res on it or whatever, because at least one of those is mandatory to get the chaos resistance on it, then you can just remove the Glorious Vanity from the build. So yeah, you have a free socket, you don't need Mind Over Matter then. One thing that is a bit annoying for now is I'm having some mana issues, so I need to run with an Enduring Mana Flask. But anyway, this is just a concept, so if I max this out, and this will take some time because I'm also playing some other builds. I'm still playing the Speed Tester, also from Asmodeus, by the way, who's a really good channel, Asmodeus Clips. You should check it out. I'm also playing my Spider-Mancer, a Magic Finder. Still hoping for an Apothecary drop. Didn't get one yet, only 7 years bad luck and the Enlightened. But yeah, the POB will be in the description, so stay tuned for a new update from about this guide, and expect a full build guide with budget stuff, how you can start into the league and everything. I've already figured out what a league start situation would be like and how you can start. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a lot of fun with this build. Still, Phantasmal Summon Skeletons and Divergent Predator is strongly recommended to get this additionally to Phantasmal Summon Skeletons. Yeah, enjoy these skeleton archers. Thanks for watching.